river, run, run through the hills. Run, river, run to the sea. Run, river, run to your place beneath the sun. Run, river, run over me. Run through.
Hi, this is Jan Lewis. Welcome to be my guest. Today we have, well, actually he's from Grafton, but Puneet Kohli is the president of the India Society of Worcester. And I read about you. What newspaper was it? Do you remember?
Community Advocate.
The Community Advocate. I meet a lot of people through that community. That's pretty cool. It covers Shrewsbury, Westboro, North, all kinds of places.
Yeah.
And I thought it was pretty neat to have Puneet with us because I used to go over to the India Society building in Shrewsbury for meditation, and I absolutely loved it, and I missed it so much, really. So, Puneet, you are now the president. How long have you been the president?
Just 3 months. I became the president in January.
Was there a lot of competition? No? No, probably not. That's good. Have you ever done that type of thing before?
I've been with the society for almost 12 years now, and I've been on various positions on the board. I was vice president before that. Before that, I was the general secretary, member at large. So
yeah, this is a natural progression. He sent me the details of the history of the India Society. 1963. Tell us about what happened then.
So 1963, again, I'm just going to go by what people have told me. A lot of students were here from India in Worcester in the medical field, and the students wanted to get together and feel they miss home. So they wanted to get together and have a community, and then they formed an association. It was called the India Association, and mostly by the students. And then they would get together, cook Indian food, celebrate some Indian holidays. I've been told they would had to take a car, go to New York, because that was the only place they can find spices that would be like Indian spices. And
where did they meet though in the beginning?
Typically, they would meet at the university here in Worcester, probably
at UMass. Oh,
maybe the UMass,
okay. Yeah.
And that's what kicked this off. And then over the years, as more and more people started to move here, they turned the society into what is now called the India Society of Worcester, which is the reason, even though we are based out of Shrewsbury, we have Worcester in our name because it was formed in Worcester. So we've kept that legacy with us.
Doctor, if I didn't say this right, you correct me. Dr. Lingapapa?
Yeah.
He was the first president.
He was the first president back in 1963 when the society was formed.
And then there were only about 25 or so Indian residents.
Yeah.
A lot of them were at the med school, probably, university.
At the med school, yes.
Yep. Now, I know what Diwali is, because being around my Indian friends, I knew pretty quick, okay, that's a fun time. The kids were having a blast. And what's Republic Day?
So Republic Day is when the Indian Constitution was written. So after the British left in 1947, India got its freedom. 3 years later, in 1950, Jawaharlal Nehru, who was the first Prime Minister of India, they published the Constitution of India. So that's the Republic Day. That's what we celebrate as being turned into a republic and our Constitution being written.
Independence Day.
Independence Day is as what's 4th of July here.
Yeah.
That's 1947. August 15, 1947 is when we got our independence from the British rule.
Oh, that was before I was born, but my birthday is August 16th, so it was just the day after you guys had your Independence Day.
Yep.
There was Mr. Shyam Sharman.
Shyam
Sharman. He holds the record for the longest-serving president. Is he still with us? Are they both still?
He's still with us. He's very much with us, and he comes and joins us on any of our celebrations. As a matter of fact, we just are almost at the cusp of opening the doors to our brand new expanded India Center.
Where it is now, it's going to get bigger?
It got bigger. It's all done. It's literally
5 acres, right?
5 acres.
Whoa!
So he was there at the open our preview. He was there when we did the ceremony of kicking off, the groundbreaking, launching it. Absolutely, he was there. It's going to get bigger. I know when I started going there for meditation, I was sharing with Puneet that I went to the little like a garage next door. It was a little garage.
And somebody, thank God we weren't in there, somebody drove their car into the back of it. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
It's a good thing I was sitting against that wall when I would go.
Yeah.
I'm just glad no one was hurt. But they fixed it. It's not even, is it part of the center now still, or?
So we really transformed that part of the center when the center was built. So they bought the land. The 5 acres were bought in 1992,
Yeah.
and then a few years later, in 2003, they actually built what is the big building. So you were in the garage. Next to the garage is this bigger building.
Yeah.
And there was an old house on the property. They left the old house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
remember that.
And then there was the garage, and and then there was a building, and the building had 6 classrooms and a hall and a kitchen.
I remember inside one time, I think something was going on in the big room, the event room. And I think that's what the year I broke, Nita will remember, broke my ankle, and one of those classrooms in the back, we had to use one of those for our group. We did fine.
Yeah, no, and that's what we typically still use. Many of the dance teachers, small meditation classes happen there.
Yeah.
So we run many events, and one of the big things we do is we have a language school, which has been going on for 20 plus years now, and it's a school where the kids, starting at age 5, they come in and they learn different languages from India.
The different dialects?
Different dialects.
There's let me see how good I am here. There's Hindi, Tamil,
Absolutely, yeah.
but I don't remember any others.
There's Hindi, Tamil, Gujarati, Marathi, all these Telugu. These are the languages that we teach, and it's a volunteer run, just like the society. It's a volunteer run school.
Wow.
All the teachers are volunteer teachers, and right now we have about close to 125 families who, in each family could have 1 or 2 kids who come and take classes there. So that's what the building had used on Saturdays and Sundays.
Yeah, yeah.
But during the week, people would have events there. We would have events. So all Diwali and
Yeah.
other events, we would host them there. And people will rent it for their birthdays and
Yeah.
graduations and stuff.
Everybody's welcome, right?
Everybody's
I was
welcome.
just telling with Puneet that when I went in for my meditation class, they were so sweet to me. I was the only blue-eyed blonde person in the room, and I walked in. I'm like, can I come in here? They were awesome. I mean, it was just like we were all family.
Absolutely, and there's no different. And even if you read about India, India has all kinds of different religion.
Yeah.
But we are not a religious organization. It's a pure secular organization. Anybody is welcome, regardless of your color or
Sure.
skin.
Oh, it was
caste,
great. It was wonderful. I looked forward to that. Shout out to Nita Shaw. She was a wonderful teacher. You said she's still doing it?
She still does it, not actively, but special request we can.
She was on this show back when we started. We were in the temporary building.
Okay.
She was a guest on the show. She probably remembers that. Now, that's something else. The mission. What was the mission?
So the mission of the society is it started out to really bring the Indian culture to the community. If you look at the Shrewsbury community right now, where we are, 15% of the population is of Indian origin.
Yeah.
And really it was to bring that culture of India close to the community, and also to help the community in any shape we can. So as an example, we run a free health stop every Wednesday. It's quite common that a lot of people in Indian community are doctors.
Oh, yes.
And so many of these doctors actually donate their time.
Health
and
stop. Where is it, Puneet?
It's at the India Center.
Now, is it open to the public?
It's open to public. It's free.
When is it?
It happens on Wednesday, starting at 6 p.m.
Okay, Wednesday, 6 p.m. If you don't have health insurance,
You don't have.
okay.
You don't need health insurance. You don't need any paperwork. You just show up. We have doctors there. Dr. Sadev Pasi, he's the one
Yeah.
who runs the health stop. And we have volunteer doctors there. We have student doctors there who come from UMass, and
Residents too, probably.
residents too volunteer their
Are
time.
they all from UMass? Volunteer doctors?
Many of them are from UMass, but they're from St. Vincent and other.
This is awesome. We're talking with Puneet Kohli, and he is the new president of the Worcester India Society, or the India Society of Worcester. And we've been talking about this building. It's really nice, and inside it's big. It's over in Shrewsbury, and it's not far. It's kind of in between the There are two walk-in medical surgical buildings on the other side of, what road is that?
That's the main street.
Okay, Main Street in Shrewsbury. And it's right there on the left if you're heading for Worcester. It's pretty amazing. Puneet, if anybody has any questions or whatever, tell them how they can reach you.
So the best way to reach us is our website, which is iswonline.org, or you can go to Facebook and look for ISW Online. Those are two great mediums to reach us. You'll find all the information about the society, how to become a member of the society, how to get involved with the society, and all the different programs we run, like the free health stop.
Yeah.
We have a crisis committee. Anyone, battered women, not recently divorced, looking for a place, or any other immigration issues.
Yeah.
We have people who volunteer their time as lawyers. We have people who volunteer their time as other legal entity, and it's completely anonymous. Nobody, and we have a crisis committee that take care of that. They interact with other committees just to get you help if they can't find help.
This is amazing. When I drive by, usually there's nothing there during the time of the day. It looks so quiet. But a lot of these events are happening in the evening.
In the evening, yeah.
In the evening, it's
Yeah.
more like
But,
they have a kitchen there too.
They do have a kitchen. We do have a kitchen. But the building that we were talking about has just gone through a huge expansion. We just finished our big capital expansion of the building. The building was about 4,000 square feet. We've doubled the size. There's another.
It's already up. It's done.
It's already done.
Is it in the back?
It's in the back. So you really can't see it
No,
from the
yeah.
road because we built it. It's in the shape of a T. So, but it's in the back, and it's a beautiful, gorgeous building. We'll be opening it up very soon, and people will be able to come in, and we've tried to create the essence of India within that building.
Yep.
And we're hoping to host not just the events that we are already talking about, but many other events at the center.
That is so interesting. If you get a chance, go visit, because I can't explain it any other way, but it's so peaceful. I loved it. I absolutely was in the big room that we did the meditation.
Yeah.
And I even bought one of the tapes. I think Babaji, one of the
Her Babaji is
Babaji, yeah. And when I had surgery on my ankle, I chose to stay awake for 3 hours, and they numbed it, and that major surgery. But I had my headset on, and I would listen to the chants over and over again. Calm.
It's very calming.
I sailed right through it.
Yeah, it's very
A lot of
calming.
people say you're nuts, but no, I thought I'd have to be knocked out. Doctor said, well, if you want to stay awake, go ahead. Now, the member base and community, can anybody be a member?
Anybody can be a member. You don't have to be of Indian community or Indian religion. Anybody can be a member. Our membership is very nominal. Has not changed in the last 15 years. It's $25 for a year.
Sure, but that's it.
That's it. That's all you do.
Oh,
And it's really a token amount. We don't really do it for, we are a volunteer-run organization. Everybody's a volunteer. Typically, we do events, and that's how we raise money. We do fundraising, and that's how we raise money. We bring artists from India, or we promote local artists, and we will do events with them, and that's how we typically...
Artists?
Artists. Musicians,
Okay.
dancers, people come in and do, we have started to look into doing other forms of art, like paintings and pottery and other
You
things.
can have art exhibits in the big room.
We hope to do that.
Oh, yeah. Also having authors. That's why I deal with a lot of authors, and they can come and they can, share. I think that's it. Now, the 2020 vision, does that match with the 2025 vision?
It sure does. It kind of builds on that. So about in 2013, 2014, I was talking about we built a documentary, and that was 50 years. So 63. So 2013 was 50 years. We built a documentary about the society, and just a year later, we decided that we needed a vision. We needed to figure out where the society is going. Look at transforming ourselves to the next chapter. And we created a 2020 vision, and we had brought the community together. 100 people met in that big hall, and 400 ideas came out of that.
400 ideas from only 100 people in the
100
hall?
people in the hall. We did the sticky note exercise, and we
Yeah.
wrote all those ideas.
Yeah.
And then we took those 400 ideas from the community and created 10 pursuits. And these 10 pursuits ranged anywhere from involving our youth. So our youth group, my kids were born and raised here.
How old are your kids, Puneet?
My son's almost turning 19. My daughter's almost turning 16. My son's in California at UCSD doing his undergrad.
What's he studying?
He's doing machine learning and artificial intelligence.
Oh, did he
cognitive
go to
science.
high school around the area?
He did. He went to Grafton High.
He went to Grafton. Okay. Oh, this is so cool because especially when I go to Shrewsbury, you're so right that there are so many cultures represented. We have our Asian friends, our Indian friends. I'm trying to think, is there one I'm missing? It's wonderful. I mean, we're all together. Not everyone sees it that way, but I think it's awesome.
It is. It's great, and then that's what the pursuits were. To how to get these different groups engaged. So youth group was one. Then we wanted to bring in young moms with younger kids.
Yeah.
How do they get to their home all day? A place where they can get together. Mm-hmm. So we created these 10 pursuits, and we weren't sure we were going to meet all of them. The 10th pursuit was expanding the center.
Yeah.
And I have to give kudos to our volunteers because after by 2020 we not only met all 9, we were able to expand the center.
So do they have play groups now for the moms and the kids?
We have started that program. That program had to be halted, COVID and other things.
COVID, yeah.
But we're hoping to kick it off again. So that when we completed the 10 pursuits, we were so excited that we completed them. We're like, we can't just stop. We got to create the next vision. So we created ISW 2025.
So there were 100 people in the big room, and out of that, 400 ideas came.
Yes.
And from the 400 ideas, do you actually focus on all of them?
We converted them into 10 pursuits, like I said. And those 10 pursuits, so we do this event. It's called India Day. You were talking about our Independence Day.
Yeah.
So we have an event that has been going on for 30 years now. Wow. Dr. Saidev Pasi, the gentleman who runs the Free Health Stop, kicked off this event almost 30 years ago. And we didn't have a center at that time, so they went to Worcester State, which is now the State University now, and they would rent their cafeteria and they would host this event called India Day. Slowly, it kept growing and went to American Italian Center, which is in Worcester.
On Lake Street?
On Lake Street.
Is it still active? I can't tell. Sometimes it looks all shut up.
It does. So this is not the Lake Street. This is the one that is off 290.
In Shrewsbury?
Not in Shrewsbury. This is in Worcester. This is it's right across from the church, American Italian.
So you mean that the Indian Society and the Italian organization, they merged together?
They didn't. We would just rent the place from them, the big church and the place to host it. And then about 5 years ago, we said we need to expand it bigger when we created this pursuits, and we went to DCU Center.
That is a big place.
That is a big place. And for the last 4 years, except for the last year because of COVID, we've been running this program there, and we are able to pull in 5,000 people. So typically on a Sunday, we host the event, and
oh my God.
It's a free event. Anybody can come in. We have Indian food. We have Indian bazaar where we sell Indian,
When is this? Every year?
Every year. It happens the first week of August.
Will it happen this year?
We'll see. The world is still a little uncertain.
I know. Indian event on the first week of August. And it's a DCU center.
It's a DCU center.
Why haven't I heard of this? Do they advertise it enough?
We do try to advertise, and that's one thing we'll continue to look at. How do we get the word out? But we do advertise.
We're talking with Puneet Kohli, and he is the president of the India Society of Worcester. And what are some of your jobs that you do, Puneet?
So as a responsible, we're all volunteers, so we typically are involved in making sure that the center is operating, or events are mostly it's organizing the events. As a president, one of the things that I have to do make sure that the community knows what we are doing,
Yes.
right? and that's been a very important thing. So I'm glad you were able to catch it on the Community Advocate. That's what we do. We have a newsletter that comes out every 2 weeks. We talk about what the society is doing. That newsletter right now goes to about 2,800 subscribers.
Just in Shrewsbury?
No, just all over New England.
And how does one get a subscription?
If you go to our website, iswonline.org, right on the top right, you can click on it, says subscribe to our newsletter.
Is there a fee?
There's no fee.
No fee?
No
Oh,
fee.
that's pretty
It's a
cool.
free newsletter. You just enter your email address, accept that you're okay to get our emails from us, and you will get this newsletter every 2 weeks.
Over in Westboro at the Jewish temple, I can't think of. I know that Anita had scheduled her Babaji to come, and the Jewish folks over there at the temple were kind enough, opened up their big room there, and it was packed. I remember going over there. I'd been in there for friends who would have Jewish celebrations, so I knew it. But I took my husband in for the first time. No, I went on that one, but I took him in another time, and I mean, he came in, Babaji there, and he was, sitting in his chair, big chair there. He was the guru, and he had his wife beside him. And my God, I don't think I've ever seen it so packed in there in my life. Really, it was an astounding.
It's a great following he has, and then
definitely he has. Well, now, Puneet, how can people get a hold of you if they have questions?
Again, you can go to our website, which is iswonline.org, or our Facebook page, which is also goes by iswonline.org. On both those locations, you can click on. You can click on Contact Us, and it goes to president@iswonline.org. You can email. That comes to me. We respond. We have been very good. Facebook actually sent us a thing that our response rate was less than a day, which is
that's fantastic. How many hits do you think you're getting?
We have about 3,000 plus followers on Facebook.
That's great.
Really
I wish we
good
could
reach.
get the word out more, because you're telling me so many things I didn't know. I didn't know that. First of all, that health stop free. Don't forget that. That's on Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. at the Shrewsbury, the India Center, Worcester India. What? How do I get this just right? I don't. But anyway, it's the India Center over there, and so you don't have to have health insurance. It's right over in Shrewsbury. What's the number, Main Street?
152 Main Street.
150. This is a very generous thing that you guys are doing over there. We need this. We need this. The Indian people aren't having trouble. You mentioned immigration. What do they need is help, because they're not at the border. They're coming in. Why would they need help to become citizens?
So many times the people who have come here through jobs, through H1 and others, we found that many, with the economy turning, sometimes they lose their jobs, and then they don't have an option. They have to go back, but they have put their life here. They've built houses, or they have put their kids through school, and they're now looking for options, what they can do. We also have some unfortunate events where families break apart, and then the wife now is stuck. She doesn't know what to do, and then that's what they come to the society. The Art Crisis Committee help those people figure out a way out of that.
So you have lawyers come there pro bono. No,
pro bono.
And they come. Do they come a certain day a week?
They don't. This is it's all done through ad hoc through our crisis committee. So they would, people would reach out to our crisis committee. Again, it's all through our website. You can go to crisiscommittee@iswonline.org. Send them a note. They will reach out to you, and will facilitate what help you need.
It's pretty amazing. I mean, I very rarely hear of all these. It's like what do you call when you're philanthropy? It falls under philanthropy.
It sure does. I mean, now these are just a couple of things. Apart from this, we also have a lot of cultural events. So I talked about Indian Youth Group. So there's a youth group we have, and this youth group was started because we felt that we have a lot of our Indian kids who were born and raised here. How do they get? And it's also about how do you give them opportunity to be leaders in the community. So this group was formed, and it's run completely by kids ages high school kids basically. So kids entering 9th grade to 12th grade, and they have their own executive board. They have their own president, their vice president, treasurer, and we have a couple adults who kind of just monitor it.
Yeah.
But they run, and it's a great experience, and I can tell by personal experience because my son was president before he went to college.
Yeah, he's the oldest. He's
the oldest.
And he was the president of it?
He was last year. He was the president of the Indian
Now,
Youth Group.
is it just the Indian children, or is it everybody's welcome?
It's everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome. We have kids who were reluctant to go, and then they'll grab their friend, and the friend is blonde, and it's like, no, let's just go, and they'll join because they do all kinds of events. They go to the little church, which is a church here in Worcester, and then they during holidays they go pack the toys that goes out to the kids. They go to the senior center around Valentine's Day.
In Worcester or Shrewsbury?
In Shrewsbury.
Okay, I know it well, yeah.
And then they make cards for the seniors there or play games with the seniors over there.
Oh, this is so cool.
They also do fun events. They go to Six Flags once a year to go have fun.
So if you don't have to have, if you're in high school, right, you don't have to have a friend, Indian friend. You can just go and join in if you want.
Absolutely.
And you can make new friends.
You can make new friends.
See, that's magic to me. I think that is absolutely fantastic. I wish we had 3 hours to talk about this. It makes me so excited. So, Puneet, what would be your last words you'd like to share with the people?
I think one of the things that we really look forward to is just growing our community. And again, I know we are called India Society of Worcester, but like Jen's been saying, it's open to everyone. We are open to Jewish community, we are open to Chinese community, we are open to black community. It is open to everyone. And our center, which is now opening up very soon, hopefully next month we'll be opening the center. We're hoping the center will have many new programs and events that people can come and enjoy. Cultural program, dance, music, meditation, yoga. We run a free yoga every morning at 5:30.
Oh, 5:30 in the morning? Are you kidding me? Well, I'm
it's the
opening
best
that
time to do meditation and yoga. And we're really hoping that people take advantage of this. Is your center. This is the center we built for the community. And obviously we provide a place for people to rent and have their events as well.
This is awesome. I didn't know so much. How are you getting the word out besides the article I read in the Community Advocate? And of course, television is another way to do it. How are you focusing on getting the word out?
We are really trying our best to get through online media. COVID obviously has created a bit of a challenge. Everybody's online, so we have created YouTube channels, we have Facebook channels. We send e-sandesh out, but we are trying to reach out to different communities, just like here. We're going to talk to Shrewsbury, Grafton, and Westboro and get the word out.
Oh, definitely. Also in Worcester, their cable is WCCA.
Yeah.
Many years ago, I had a show on that. That's another good one. That's another good. There's so many stations all over the lot. Not just this area, but people are welcome to come in if they're from, I don't know, Sudbury or whatever. They're welcome.
We have people even from Rhode Island come to our events, from Connecticut and New Hampshire. So we do get the word out, but every little bit helps.
Every little bit helps. Well, we should have him back on again, maybe this summer if we're still open the studio. We don't have to close again. Oh my God. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much, Ann.
All right. We'll see you next time and be my guest.
Riding on a shooting star, heading out toward a dream. Tomorrow's even closer than it seems. Moving through the cloudless sky, heading out toward the moon. I am dancing to